Welcome to This Week at For Horsemen, where we are heroes of the silver screen, action heroes to be in fact. I'm here with Ron Wick.
Yes.
The one, the only, and I am King Ryanitis, here to say, this is For Horsemen!
I like
Comics and Gaming.
Ron Wick, that's awesome.
It's alright.
I'm going to get a business card that says
Mine's
that.
better.
No, I like Ron Wick.
Right,
Have you seen those movies?
No. Later.
Okay.
Moving on to our giveaway, we're going to give away a free entry to our Four Horsemen Pokemon League Cup event, which is this Sunday. All you have to do is upload a picture of your favorite Pokemon to Twitter, to Instagram, Facebook, tag us, and then we're going to put your name in a random selector and pick one lucky winner.
Text it directly to Ryan. I'll get you his number.
No.
What's your favorite Pokemon?
Raichu, Vulpix, Squirtle. I can't pick. They're
Vaporeon.
No.
I like Vaporeon.
Moving
right.
on to comics. What's our first new title this week, Ron?
Near and dear to my heart, Mr. John Wick. Look at that. He is not taking any of that guy's crap.
So we got 4 different covers for this book, and
Oh,
all of them except for the photo cover are totally gorgeous.
What's wrong with the photo cover?
It has Keanu
It's got
Reeves
Keanu
on.
Reeves.
on. I know, that's the problem.
It's Johnny Depp, Keanu Reeves. No?
Later.
All
All
right.
right, keep going.
Next up, we also got Labyrinth number 1.
Yes, this is
Labyrinth number 1. Yes.
This is the 2017 special.
Look at that.
I flipped through this thing tonight. It is gorgeous. It's going to be in high demand, just like the Dark Crystal book is. I recommend picking one up tomorrow if you want it.
Yep. Jareth? That's the guy's name?
Mm-hmm. The Goblin King.
Jareth, yes.
Dance, magic, dance. Okay. Moving on, there's also a new Star Trek Discovery book, The Light of
look at
Kahless. And this is actually talks about the origin of Vok, who is Takuvma's successor.
Yeah.
Yes. After Takuvma dies at the Battle of the Binary Stars, Vok takes over, and then there's a whole other thing that we could get into about that, but we don't have an hour.
Yes.
So
that's a show in itself.
Oh yeah, it is for sure. But I flipped through this one as well. It looks really cool. If you've been watching Star Trek Discovery and want a little more background on Vok, or you just like Klingons, well, check this one out.
Same kind of vibe as Discovery. Kind of same
Yeah,
kind of flow,
more
kind of stuff.
more kind of dark,
Yeah.
darker-ish.
I really like this universe they put together.
I will
really
too,
good.
but we're going to talk about that more later
Yep.
in the show.
All right.
So then we have the Batman Annual. That's the second one this year. It's a date night book. We're featuring a date between Batman and Catwoman.
That's fantastic.
You don't need any other reason.
Yeah,
other than that.
that's good enough. Read that.
And then moving on to Star Wars books.
A ton of Star Wars books. Mace Windu number 4 has come out.
Yeah, that's actually number 2 there on the screen, but 4 is coming out tomorrow. If you're reading it, Mace got his tail put in the mud last issue.
He doesn't have a tail.
It's a metaphorical tail.
Kit Fisto has lots of tails.
Kit Fisto is also in this book, and we're hoping to see Mace rally here for the last 2 issues.
All right.
Get back.
How about Poe Dameron? What's going on with Poe?
So last issue.
Whoa, easy, BB-8.
I know.
Calm down.
Last issue we found Lork, the guy who from the beginning of
Lorca.
Force Awakens.
Yeah.
Now Lork is the captain from.
Oh, that's Star Trek.
It's like
Lord.
Santeka or something. It's something that sounds kind of like Lorca. Yeah. But anyways, we found where he was in the last issue.
Oh.
So in this issue, Poe and the rest of Black Squadron are on their way to find this guy because we gotta find Luke. Gotta find Luke.
Check it out.
This book looks like it's going to take us right up to the. I would guess the last issue is him going to Jakku to find.
Which starts out the whole thing.
Yeah. This book is taking us right up to the start of Force Awakens. It's super exciting. And also there's the new issue of Star Wars Adventures, which is the one this book is intended for children, but it is canonical. And I have also been reading it, and it has some fun little stories in it.
Princess Leia.
Yeah, including Finn chasing aliens all over First Order ships. They stole his helmet.
Sounds great. Well, yeah, gotta get it back.
You have a staff pick first this week.
All right, so as with everything, I binge watched it. I binge read this, I guess. I read the first 3 issues tonight of Mr. Miracle. I've heard a lot of people talking about it, and I decided to give it a shot. No idea what's going on in this book, but it is awesome. It talks about Darkseid, the anti-life equation, and I think Mr. Miracle is either crazy or dead or something. I don't know what's going on. Like I say, I'm only 3 issues in. It's really good. Trust me on this.
Did you just for your review here, did you just like take a dictionary
Wikipedia
and just take like, all right, I'm going to pick 20 random words, and then I'm going to say them in a random order,
very fast,
dead crazy.
Well, there's all these weird things that are happening, and it's very disjointed. It's sort of surreal. I mean, I like books like that. Like Spawn. When Spawn first came out, like 100 years ago. Yes, I was there for that. There were these
issue 280 comes out tomorrow.
Yeah, it's really getting up there. There were these panels in between, and they had like a counting down time.
Mm-hmm.
I never did figure out what that was all about because I only read like the first 100.
Well, you have 180 to go.
I know. I'm way behind.
Not to mention, Spawn kills everybody, which came out last week.
Oh yeah, did you read it?
No. All right, moving on to our weekly events. This is going to be a very brief overview of our weekly stuff. If you'd like more information on any of these, please go to Facebook, click on the events tab.
Yep. Starting on Wednesday, like we always do, we have D&D Encounters at 6, Proxy Legacy at 6:30, and HeroClix at 6:45. A very specific time for HeroClix.
Very specific. The HeroClix players, they like their 6:45 times. Yeah. Then on Thursday, we have X-Wing from 6 to close and Commander from 5 to close.
Yep. Friday, we have Iconic Masters Draft at 6 o'clock, FNM Modern at 6:30, and Friday Night Pokemon also at 6:30.
And then on Saturday, we have Standard Showdown at 6 o'clock.
Sunday, Commander from 12 to close.
Mm-hmm. And, excuse me, speaking about last week's events, I want to give a huge thank you for everyone who came out to our Black Friday sales. Yes. Black Friday was a big success here.
Crazy day. It was a real busy weekend.
It was wonderful. The prize wheel was spun a million times. I also want to thank everybody who came out to our canned food drive. Huge success.
We have a pile of food for local food.
Like, it's going to take us like 20 minutes to load it into a car.
Great. Thank you guys, everybody who donated.
It's all going to a local food pantry. We super appreciate it. Who brought the most cans? You remember?
I believe that was Mr. Brian Strakel.
With 31 cans.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Good job,
he had to
Brian.
bring it in two loads.
That's awesome.
All right, so getting into this week's events, Sidekick Night is returning for HeroClix this Wednesday.
Yeah.
So like we said, that's Wednesday at 6:45. It's $5 to play if you're a veteran player, but if you're new, you get in for free.
Bring a sidekick.
Yeah. So you guys, HeroClix players, bring a friend. They get to play for free. Yeah. Bring a team, and you guys will play together and share the team.
Yeah, it's a great way to pick up HeroClix if you've not played before. You're playing alongside veterans. It's a really, really neat program. I like it.
And then on Friday?
Friday, we've also got a Force of Will Advent of Demon pre-release.
Advent of the Demon.
Kicks off Friday at 6 p.m. Friday's going to be real busy this week.
When is Friday not busy?
Good point. 6 p.m., $25 entry. You're going to get 6 packs to construct your sealed deck and play with that.
Yeah. And we also just want to throw out there, we do sell Force of Will single cards.
Lots of singles.
So come and check out what we have.
Huge selection.
Advent of the Demon, that sounds like... Would you say that's more of an Iron Maiden album or a Black Sabbath album?
That's Iron Maiden.
I'm not making a pun. I'm just
making
an observation.
I thought you were going with that.
I know. I saw your eyes go wide. Like here it comes. That just sounds like a super metal.
The only thing I could think of was Bill and Ted when they said, "Put them in the Iron Maiden." Excellent.
I watched that like a week ago.
That
just never gets old.
That's great.
Never does.
It's a great movie.
Moving on, we have a Magic event this Saturday at 1 o'clock. We're doing an Iconic Masters Win-A-Box, super discounted, $15. $15. We need 10 players to give away that box.
$15?
$15.
That's really discounted.
And it's going to be modern.
That's awesome.
Yes, I okayed that with you.
I don't remember that.
Yeah. Big Pokemon event?
Big Pokemon. This Sunday, registrations from 11:12. Event begins sharply at 12:15. It is a Pokemon League Cup for Crimson Invasion. It's $15 entry. It is a standard format, so come on out. We are also going to be buying cards, including bulk. We had stopped taking bulk there for a while, but for this week, up until the event, we are taking bulk cards in.
Yeah, buying bulk comes and it goes. We buy a bunch of it. Then we stop, then we buy more, then we stop.
Then we buy a whole lot more.
You just got to be patient.
I don't know if you guys saw it. Last time we opened it up, we filled a 4x8 table with 100 or 200 or 300 card stacks. It was amazing. We have Pokemon cards everywhere.
Maybe amazing isn't quite the word for it.
Daunting?
Maybe it was.
Impressive.
It was.
Yes,
as in it happened.
That was a thing.
So next week, the newest Magic the Gathering expansion. Gosh, I feel like I say that a lot.
Yeah,
Unstable. This is the last one for the year. Unstable comes out next Friday. We're going to do an entire weekend of drafts. You're going to have all the details on that next week.
You're going to be here next week?
We are not going to be here next week.
But we'll get to that.
Yeah, well, we will get to that. Child's Play.
Child's Play.
So here for Horseman Comics and Gaming, we strive to have a standard for every event that we run.
Yep.
And due to a multitude of factors, including the holiday season, the Child's Play events that we were going to host this weekend, we felt as if they were not going to live up to that standard. So we have made the decision to reschedule our Child's Play weekend to the weekend of January the 20th.
Yep.
So stay tuned. We're going to have more information coming up. We've decided to do this so that we could host more events and host better events.
Make it bigger.
Mm-hmm. Bigger and better. And the more events we have, the more people come into the store, the more money that we ultimately raise for the Children's Hospital.
Yep, that's the whole goal in this.
Yes,
yeah.
Exactly.
Yep.
So that is that.
Yep. And also, speaking of us being out of town, Steel City Con
Next week.
next weekend.
Mm-hmm.
We're going Friday, Saturday, Sunday, 8th through the 10th.
Oh yeah.
Come check it out.
And we're gonna meet some Star Trek alumni.
I know. Jordy's still going to be there. Nobody's canceled yet, right?
Not that I've seen. The Next Generation cast is not known for canceling on gigs.
Yeah, that's true.
So Brent Spiner,
Yep.
Data,
Good guy.
LeVar Burton, Geordie LaForge.
Yep.
Quick sidetrack. I just finished listening to a murder mystery podcast that he narrates.
Oh, that'd be great.
It's really cool.
Yeah.
And Jonathan Frakes, Will Riker
Yep.
is there as well. Was there somebody else?
I think is Beverly Crusher going to be there? The doctor?
I don't know. Gates McFadden.
Yeah.
I have met her, and I didn't meet her at a Steel City Con, though.
Where'd you meet her?
Steel City.
Oh, I thought you said you didn't meet her.
No, I did meet her at a Steel City Con.
Okay.
I know, but there's tons of other guests.
Yeah,
That,
it's huge.
The twins from Harry Potter. Biff!
Biff's going to be there.
There's a few Walking Dead staff cast members.
Yeah.
It's super excited.
Yeah, it's going to be good. Good show. Also, coming up this week in Star Wars.
So there's nothing big going on in Star Wars this week, so I'm going to give you guys the skinny on the books and comics that you should be reading to prepare for The Last Jedi. And if you're going past Return of the Jedi, the first things you should definitely check out are the Aftermath trilogy of novels by Chuck Wendig. So just a quick lowdown on these. The first one, Star Wars Aftermath, takes place directly after Return of the Jedi. And the third one, Empire's End, ends with the Battle of Jakku, which is exactly 1 year after the Battle of Endor. So these three novels span that year between the Battle of Endor, which is 4 years after the Battle of Yavin, and the Battle of Jakku, which is 5 years after the Battle of Yavin. And it's great. It shows the Empire basically going from what it is exactly after Palpatine dies to nothing.
Wow.
And then at the end, this isn't a spoiler, but you get to see kind of the beginning of the First Order.
Starting to get spun up. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I kind of wonder because there's a huge disconnect between those two time periods, and seems a little different.
That's what we're going to be talking about. I'm going to give you guys something else to read, kind of sort of like a reading list every week up until the movie. And most of these things kind of help you get an idea of who the First Order actually is, what their mission is. Because if you just watch Force Awakens, it's not really clear who the First Order are, what are they doing, where do they come from. It's actually it's a little confusing.
Yeah.
But the movie is so exciting that you tend to ignore it.
It all works out.
They just, from the ashes of the Empire, rise the First Order.
Go.
What does that mean? Are they Empire? Are they not the Empire?
A little bit of everything.
But I highly recommend the Aftermath trilogy, particularly the second and the third one. They are two of my all-time favorite Star Wars books. The first one starts a wee bit slow, and it doesn't end real strong. But the second and third one are wonderful.
Has the author done other things? His name sounds real familiar.
Not within Star Wars.
Okay.
He has done other nerdy novels.
Okay.
But not within Star Wars. The second one deals with the liberation of Kashyyyk.
Kashyyyk?
Wookiees. Super fun.
That's good, yeah.
All right, so moving on to our Horseman of the Week.
Horseman of the Week.
The Canned
Food
Drive champion, Brian Strakel.
All around great guy. This guy, if you haven't had a chance to meet Brian, he is a really, really good guy. I like Brian a lot. He donates a lot of his time. He has single-handedly brought up one of the best communities that we have here.
That'd be the Pokemon
community. I mean, he's got a lot of help these days as well. And But yeah, Brian is a fantastic individual. Can't say enough nice things about him.
Yep, and he is just probably among the top 10 non-employees who spend the most time in this store.
He's here more than I am. I really think
might
that
be
he
here
is.
more than I am, yeah.
Yeah.
And not in like a always over your shoulder kind of way.
And the thing that I mean, my favorite quality about Brian is no matter how bad of a day he's had, or he comes in as a Pokemon professor. He's never turned off. I mean, he is always on the job. If a kid comes in, he is just ready to teach him and kind of, show him the ropes. Even if he's in the middle of a game, he'll stop what he's doing and just help him out.
And he's been doing it for over 5 years.
A long time.
Long time.
Yeah.
Ago in a galaxy far from.
Far, far away. Thank you, Brian.
Thank you.
What you do.
You would a man.
What a man.
So moving on, I got a fun question that in the Four Horsemen mailbag that we are not going to answer.
What?
Because
it's counterproductive.
Because
okay.
We are going to do something big and bad with it next week.
Okay.
So the question that I received was, do you prefer the Orville or Star Trek Discovery? And rather than just have a discussion about that,
yeah,
I think it'd be more fun is if we each picked one.
Yeah.
Which is going to be hard because I know we both like both.
Yeah.
And then we did like a kind of a semi-informal debate show next week. Like there's we do a question like Lorca versus Ed Mercer, and then I get no. I get 60 seconds.
Yeah.
You get 60 seconds. I get a 30-second rebuttal. You get a 30-second rebuttal.
All right.
And maybe we'll do like 3 or 4 questions like that.
I like that.
Yeah.
We have them submit some questions for us?
Oh, yeah. If you have any questions, send them to us through any of our social media outlets. And just regardless, if you have a question for the Four Horsemen mailbag, just send it to us through Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, any of those things, or just yell at me in the store. Don't tell him. He'll forget.
I won't remember anything.
Tell me.
Orville and Star Trek. I don't get to watch too much TV, but I religiously watch both of those.
I have not been excited for an ongoing show like I have for both of these in a long time.
Yeah.
Very, very good. I'm enjoying both of them.
Yeah. It's awesome.
All right, moving on to our newest segment, Did You Know for Horsemen? Did you know that we have shelves upon shelves of demo board games in our store? 4 shelves. 3 or 4 shelves of demo board games that you can play in our store for free anytime we're open. Yep. They are just hanging out. You can try them out before you buy the game, or you can just come in and play with them.
Yep. We had a couple come in. I'd do a card trade, and they were like, "Wow, we're waiting. You got any games?" Absolutely do.
Yeah. Why don't you play some board games?
I pulled one off the shelf the other day that I've never played before. Joking Hazard.
I've seen that one, but I haven't played it.
Holy cow! It's real fit, isn't it?
Is that one of those meme games?
Yeah.
It really is.
You get
I
like
was just
little
kidding.
cartoons, and you got like.
Oh, is that the Cyanide and Happiness game? Oh,
Yeah.
okay, yeah.
It is so fun.
I've sold that one 100 times. So
Yeah.
I never get to play it
It is
because I
so
can't
fun.
buy it because I always sell it.
It's a lot of fun. You should try to play it.
Can't because we always sell them.
It's true. Yeah.
All right, so moving on to our sale. You may rehash any one of our Black Friday sales. All you have to do is go to the counter, mention this week of Four Horsemen, and say, I would like to have a rain check on this Black Friday sale. Yeah, replay, repeat button.
It's a good idea.
Yeah,
I
it was a good idea.
Did I come up with that?
No.
I usually don't.
No, you usually don't. Did you read the outline before the show?
As it was scrolling up the screen, yeah. I'm like 2 lines ahead. Doing really good.
Mm-hmm.
No, I'm not.
I think that's going to do it for this week of a Horseman.
So we have some social media stuff.
Yeah. We
somewhere?
do. We do indeed. It's
That's-
coming.
you got to
I have
go
a
by
feeling it's
memory.
coming. Oh, here it is. Here it is.
Look, there it
Please like us on at facebook.com/4horsemancomics. Follow us on Instagram at 4horsemancomics. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/c/4horsemancomics gaming. Follow us on Twitter at the number 4 Horseman Comics. Watch all of our streaming content at twitch.tv/4horsemancomics. And as always, shop our TCG inventory at shop.4horsemancomics.com.
You guys didn't see this. He did that with his eyes closed. It was amazing. We need to put the camera on him next time. It's really good. I was impressed. It doesn't take much.
I've said that 41 times now.
I know. This is issue 41.
Issue 41.
We got to do something cool for next one.
Oh, we're going to do something. How about. I was going to say we should do something cool for 50, but I understand why you want to do 42.
Yeah, we got to do something for 42.
Or we could just do something cool for every episode.
I think we do.
All right.
Neat.
Do you ever think Bugs Bunny was attractive when he wore a dress?
Elmer Fudd.